Hi guys, Captain TigerLily here, and we are back with more of Tavern Talk, and I'm excited to just jump in today and see what we're gonna end up with for quests. Hopefully we'll be able to get, I think Care will probably be a good one to get on that quest for, who is it, Archie's friend? I think that might be a good one. I don't know who all are like the main recurring people, like coming back to the tavern, but there's quite a few so far that we've seen like once, and I'm like, oh, they're fun, I want them to come back, you know what I mean? So hopefully we'll get more of those today. But before we get started, hit the like button down below if at any point during the video you guys enjoy what you're watching. Hit the subscribe button if you guys do want to see more videos from me. Hit the notification bell, that way you guys will know when new videos go live, and of course share the video around to anybody you think might enjoy watching me play through Tavern Talk. Let's do this. Alright, we gotta make a drink for Baya. Okay, so we need the shieldy one. Could do steel tonic, honestly. You know what? We'll do it. I liked that one. Yeah. 1, 2... Then I need one of those. And then we need one of these. Steel tonic. Alright. What do you think, Baya? There you go. My strongest drink to the rescue. Thank you. This is... good. Oh, thank the dragons. That pause made me so nervous. I really thought she would mess it up. Una. Thanks for having so much faith in me, Una. Exactly. Huh, you're welcome. But Baya, are you feeling better now? Yes, at least a little bit. That's good to hear. Please fill me in on the situation now. I've never seen you this upset, Baya. And you have to endure the Bloomtide Festival every year. You're right. So, I have this group of friends. They're girlfriends. We three have been inseparable for at least a few centuries. But now... Very insensitive to ask an emotionally vulnerable and sweet girl what's troubling her innkeeper. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. It's okay. How about I tell her what's going on, Baya? So you don't have to strain yourself. Thank you. Okay, so, Sweet Baya over here has had a long-lasting group of friends, right? Right. They're a trio, inseparable for at least a few hundred years. And they're an adorable trio, I might add. Swamp Monster, the Banshee, and the Mary Morgan. I know how to speak English. Ah, yes, the Mary Morgan, the wrathful spirit that is known to drown men. I heard she doesn't really differentiate between genders, though. Yep, that's right. Anyways, the Mary Morgan and the Banshee are a couple. So I figured. Have been for a while. I recall them coming by once or twice. But right now, how should I put it? They're in a domestic dispute. For some reason, the two have completely stopped talking to each other. They even refuse to show up to Baya's monthly tea parties, insisting they'll only come if the other isn't invited. Why? I don't know. It's like they don't like each other anymore. And soon, they won't like me anymore either. It does smell like a breakup. Let's not catastrophize. I don't want my friend group to fall apart. People have always left me because I scare them Oh, Baya. Can I hug her? I don't care if I get swamp water all over me. I want to give her a hug. She needs one. I don't want them to leave me too. Now, I'm sure they won't. Say something, innkeeper. Don't worry, Baya. They've been together for so long, they might have already solved numerous arguments. They'll get through this one too. She's right. They've been through worse. But what if she's wrong? What if they do break up? What if they really leave me? I just wish there was something I could do to help them. If I might add my 2 cents real quick. Hi, I'm Voy, that's short for Voyage. You might have heard of me before. Pretty famous. No. Doesn't ring any bells, sorry. Anyway. So, Baya, that's your name, right? Mm-hmm. What's keeping you from getting to know other people? Like, you seem really chill. Well, usually everyone's afraid of me. But the innkeeper has always been nice to me. I trust them. And I've known Una for a while now. Didn't she pick endangered flowers from your backyard last time you met? Yes. The bouquet was really cute. I know, right? You meet a lot of people when you travel across the lands looking for potential clients and work. And honestly, I've seen stranger creatures than her in my years as an adventurer. Baya is also really cute under that moss and kelp. Oh. Shush. Oh, I love her. Baya's adorable. I mean, you might look terrifying, that's true. But maybe you just have to figure out how to get through to people. I'm sure they'd want to be your friend. I don't know about that. Usually they try to burn me. Luckily, I don't scar easily. Ooh, what a nice metaphor. Might have to use that in a new song if you don't mind. People hurting you over and over again just because they're afraid. Ex is leaving you, but you always manage to get over them. It's not a metaphor. Once every few moons, people surround me with torches and pitchforks. Oh. Yeah, well, that's unfortunate. You don't say, kid. But honestly, I know how you feel. Sometimes facing people is terrifying when you feel so different. There's always something to love about everyone, like my handsome smile or enchanting voice. Maybe people would enjoy my spa. You run a spa? That's fantastic! Mm-hmm. Yes. You should come by and visit sometime. Voy, that's short for voyage. Just Voy is fine. Do you want to come to Una? I'd love to, yes. But nothing more soothing for old bones than a nice swamp bath. Oh, Baya! She's precious! Do you get a lot of customers? No. None. Maybe I can change that. Let me advertise your spa at my next performance. I would love that. Thank you. No worries, Baya. But let's get back to your girlfriends. Innkeeper, don't you know someone that could help them out? The situation is kind of tricky. They may need a mediator. I can absolutely hang up a quest for you if you want. That would be great. Thank you so much. Of course. Making my patrons happy is part of my job. Now, who's the sweet talker, huh? But now I have to wait, right? Yes, unfortunately. How about you show us around your new spa in the meantime? It would be my pleasure. And once we're back, there'll be a solution for your 2 friends. No pressure. There's a millennium-long relationship on the line. Remember that. Thanks, Una. Absolutely. No pressure. I'll see what I can do. Thank you. See ya then, innkeeper. Yeah, see ya. Oh, I can't wait to feel how smooth my skin is after a mud mask. Think I could take my crochet hook with me? Hey, if you're doing like if you're just putting your feet in to like really do like a moisturizing thing on your feet, you could work on some crochet while you're in there. Like, I'm just saying. Okay. Okay, so we got the Banshee. No. The Mary Morgan. There we go. The Mary Morgan, known for her passion for drowning trespassers, and the Banshee, singer of bone-shattering songs in the lonesome lagoon, are two terrifying creatures in love. But because of a mysterious dispute, their relationship is on the line, and their best friend, the swamp witch Baya, would do anything to keep her friend group from shattering. Couples counselors sorely needed. Signed, Innkeep. Okay, so... we need to do this one, so... on a business trip. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's the one. Fatal Company. Political tension ensued when the canal bridge connecting Diria to the mainland collapsed, especially because Spinel rhinos can't exactly be held responsible. The ambassador tasked with solving this mess is a young noble, and his worried best friend insists he is in dire need of a new personal guard, especially since the roads are unsafe for travelers lately. If those travelers are cattle, anyway. Alright, we got 2 quests up. Only 5 threads that are not connected to anything. Food for little critter, Andu. I love Andu, he's so cute. I just want to give pets. On the head. Little pets. Alright. It takes 2. Or 3. Alright. Who's up first today? Melli! Basoa's best detective duo has returned! Welcome back, Melli and Malachite. John? I'm calling him Aura now. Because he's giving you migraines? No, because of his gloomy aura, of course. Well then, Melli, Aura, it's good to have you two back in town. I assume you were able to solve the mystery surrounding the missing familiars? Yes! With the help of my trusty assistant, I was able to figure it out. That's remarkable, I have to say. Good thing you went with her, Aura. It was a dangerous mission. Did you encounter a T-Rex? Of course not, but we were nearly buried alive. Was that buried alive or burned alive? I don't know what that was. Burned alive, okay. You must always expect life to double-cross you. I'm glad you both made it back in one piece. Me too. But I'm curious, what was the reason behind those vanishing familiars? Excuse me. Do I need to worry about Andu disappearing too? How about we tell you what happened in Zoford, but only in exchange for 2 free drinks? I can see you've learned a thing or two on your first big mission. Art taught me how to be more cunning. Only the basics. No need to be so humble. You taught her well. What kind of drink would you like today, Melli? I want something... something that'll polish my investigative and deductive skills. A drink that'll make me even smarter than I am now, so no mysterious case like this one will ever be unsolvable for me. Coming right up. Alright, brainy drinks for Melli. We got this. Alright. Ooh, let's do this one. This is a new one. I don't think she would have had it yet. Peak Sunrise. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we need 1, 2, and then we need 1 of them's. And then 1 of them's. Peak Sunrise. Let's do it. Here you go, Melli. Let's see if this will make your brain cells multiply. Thank you. Let me try. Oh, this is good. I can already feel it. I'm going to be completely unstoppable. Oh, no. Oh, yes. Initially, I wanted to sit this one out, but I might actually need a drink now. It'd be my pleasure if it means I get to hear your story. Also, I'm longing for another one of your little secrets. Right, we made a deal. Correct, correct. So what'll it be today? You really don't want to be apart from me today, huh, Sasha? She has not left my side at all. Like, I'm on recording 2 of the day, and she has not left my side at all yet. What you want, Aura? Maybe something that'll help me counter her verbal attacks now that she's linguistically invincible. So the usual. Alright, give me a second. I'll be right back. Okie dokie. Alright, we want... Yeah, we'll do 1,000 wins. Alright. 1 of them's. 1, 2. Oh, nope. That's not what I wanted to do. Nope. Alright, fine, whatever. I'll put that back in. Because that was 1. It was this one I needed 2 of. 1,000 wins. There we go. I would get there eventually, okay? That's fine. There you go. This should make things easier for you. Oh. I can see it in his face. Is it that bad? Huh? No, silly. He likes it. You can clearly see it in the way his scarf is moving. Ah, I see. My deductive skills aren't that bad after all. Think you could teach me a thing or two sometime? Of course! Then we'll be a trio. The detective, her trusty assistant, and the curious apprentice. I like the sound of that. It's been a while since I've been an apprentice. I don't remember being asked if I want to be a part of this. But I couldn't have completed the quest without you. Also, being a detective's trusty assistant is an honorable duty. And I'm glad you came with me. Of course. Couldn't let you walk head first into the maw of a hungry T-Rex. Did you actually encounter a T-Rex in Zoford? No. Don't be silly. For a moment, I thought you just shared one of your many secrets with me. Right. I guess I owe you one of those now. My hair isn't actually all black. I know. That's not a secret. I can clearly see the white streak. Anyways. But now, please, I'm dying to know what happened in Zoford. So, thanks to the golden feathers, we made it to Zoford in the blink of an eye. I don't think I've ever felt that fast in my life. It was like, yeah, the zoomies! They helped us remain unseen, too. Thanks to your drink, we were able to sneak around the city without attracting too much attention. Those ghosts were the clue we needed. I knew we'd find something at the docks, so we made our way there. She was right. In the dead of night, just hours after we had left your tavern. I was trying to say tavern and town at the same time, and it did not come out right. We spotted a peculiar dog roaming near the water. We watched as it tried to sneak onto a cargo ship. It behaved weird. Undog-like. It hid behind some barrels and kept looking left and right before it started sneaking on board. I'd never seen a dog do that before. It looked like it didn't know how to be a dog. Oh? Didn't use its nose, its ears. It was just off. We watched as one of the workers noticed the dog and scared it away. But my investigative senses were tingling. So we started asking around, as detectives do when they want to start to collect some evidence. A few people said they had seen some animals with odd behaviors. Most of them thought they had some kind of illness, like rabies. Or that they were spirits disguised in animal form sent by a sea witch. So they stayed away and minded their own business. Not very high-class detective of them, but they made for fine witnesses. Apparently, there's something like a weekly get-together for all the town familiars. We decided to check it out. And we managed to track down a few of the participating familiars to get more insight. It was a little tricky since none of them wanted to talk to us at first. I think they were a bit wary of strangers. It also seemed to be difficult for familiars to speak to people they don't know. Must have something to do with their magical abilities. With our combined charm and charisma, Aura and I were finally able to gain the trust of one of them. And they told us something strange. They said all those familiars that went missing seemed to have been in contact with one particular magician. So of course we had to pay that wizard a visit. Preferably when he wasn't home. I think that's called burglary. Finding out his address was child's play. Apparently he's quite popular amongst the people of Zoford. It just took Aura a little bit of well-executed bribery to find the mage's home. Did you take some notes? I did! Prepare yourself to be my next test subject, innkeeper. Excited to see how much you've learned. You'll be surprised. Flabbergasted. Gobsmacked. Very well. Your drink really did wonders. We managed to break in without anyone noticing. It was so exciting. We snuck around looking for evidence. Maybe a hidden ritualistic chamber or something like that. Did you find one? Sadly, no. But we found his office with the door open. Inside were a lot of books about different kinds of animals and familiars. We figured he just loved animals, or at least needed that knowledge for something else. As any world-class detective would, I also checked his trash can. And? Did you find anything? Well, nothing to help solve the case. But I did find something that you'd like between all the shredded paper. Looked like a recipe for a magical drink, just like the ones you serve. Ta-da! Silent owl. Ooh, that's very useful. That's what I thought. Anyways, Aura and I continued our search for clues. His office also had books about common and uncommon diseases in animals, so we kind of had a connection to the reported cases of rabies. That was a bit of a stretch, not that I could change her mind. That wasn't all we found. Next to his desk, in a small cupboard, were his diaries. They were full of notes and spells that I didn't understand. Something about transmutational magic. While she studied his diaries, I rummaged through his belongings and scrolls. I had absolutely no clue what any of it meant, till I found something of interest. Detailed instructions on how to unbind a familiar from their services. That's not ideal. Especially if you're not doing it to your own familiars. Problematic. Thought began to manifest itself in my brain, though I couldn't quite grasp it yet. But somehow my instincts told me I had all the information I needed. I just had to stitch everything together. Kind of like what I do when I assemble quests for my patrons. Exactly! But right when I tried getting to it, we heard the front door squeak and creak like someone was entering the house. We tried to hide, of course, but we hadn't been quick enough with our investigation. It's definitely not subtle either. The whole place looked super chaotic. The wizard immediately knew something was off. And a potentially dangerous person on high alert is even more dangerous, so we had to be on guard. Aura hid under the table, but I had other plans. I managed to jump on a bookshelf and wedge myself right in the top under the ceiling. So I was hidden, but I could see the whole room. Good call. Heh. I watched as the magician barged in, but he wasn't alone. He was accompanied by a lizard, a colorful bird, and a two-headed sheep. Oh no, not one of those again. Huh? It's nothing. Please continue. It was so weird. The bird didn't know how to fly, the lizard walked on 2 legs, and the sheep's 2 heads always looked in the same direction. As if they didn't know how to be real animals, just like the dog from the docks. But now we had proof the weird animals were definitely connected to the weird wizard. And as if the wizard noticed something, he stopped and said to the animals, "No, you 3, get out of here. I don't want you to get in trouble or hurt." I already had my fingers wrapped around the handle of my knife, ready to strike. I'm sure he felt my murderous intent. But it did sound like he cared about those animals. That's what I thought too. As soon as they left the room, I saw him create a ball of flame in his hand. He was ready to strike. I knew I had to do something. He would have done horrible things to Aura. So I meowed. Like a cat? Uh-huh. I pretended to be a cat. And somehow it worked even though I was wearing clothes. The wizard turned around and saw me on top of the bookshelf. His features turned from worry to soft in a millisecond, and he said, "Oh, a little rascal, how did you get in here? Did I lock you in? You must be terribly scared." And I was scared, but not for the reason he thought. So I just meowed a second time. And as you do when you're pretending to be a cat. And he said very politely, "Would you please come down here? This room isn't a place for little cats, but I can offer you a cup of milk instead." And that was a very tempting offer. So as any cat would, I answered, "No, but I would love some chocolate milk." Melli. I kinda forgot the cats don't usually speak. Needless to say, his face was priceless. Then his hand started to light up again. I immediately knew she was in danger, so I broke every rule of the Thieves Guild taught me and just popped up from underneath the table. That was very brave of you. Don't know if I'd have been so fearless. Well, I had to. The wizard turned around. He was surprised, maybe even scared, but he was also ready to fire at me. I already saw my life flashing before my eyes. And before I could even think about it, I yelled, "You know you don't mean any harm. You're just trying to protect those familiars, right?" Apparently I hit a nerve. He stopped right in his tracks. I took advantage of that moment and tried to explain why we were in his home in the first place. I told him everything about the quest, the familiars, the weird dog. Usually I'm not very good with words, but, well, your drink definitely did what it was supposed to do. I don't know how, but I think we managed to de-escalate the situation. He looked panicked before that, as if he was being chased. Maybe he actually expected people to come after him. Hearing all the clues out of Aura's mouth kind of flipped a switch in my brain. I could see the truth right in front of me. Suddenly everything made so much sense. I jumped down from the shelf and began my conclusion. It's clear to me that you, the accused, do not have ill intentions. However, it does not make you innocent. You're still involved in the disappearances of some familiars. She was walking back and forth while she gave her speech. Needless to say, the wizard and I were equally confused. You're fond of animals, and as such, also familiars. And while I don't know anything about magic, I have heard the term transmutational before. Who hasn't, honestly? It's a broadly used term. That's right, that right there was a blatant lie. So I, the world's greatest detective, have concluded you are turning familiars into animals. Or at least you're making them look like animals. You're also accompanied by some of those turned familiars. You cared for their safety. That means they are here of their own free will. So by turning them into animals, you did them a favor. They wanted to be transmuted. But now their patrons and other familiars can't reach them anymore. And they're worried that something bad happened to them. And that's why we're here. Case closed. That's pretty impressive. And you figured that all out by yourself? Yep. The magician was also really impressed. He totally hit the nail on the head. Explained again that we were just there to investigate, but that it was also necessary for familiars and their friends and families to talk to each other. The remaining familiars wanted an explanation, as did their former mages. The wizard already felt guilty for doing something behind their backs, of course. Turns out the familiars were unhappy in their dragon-like bodies and much preferred feeling like real animals. They were afraid of telling their patrons and familiar friends, so none of their remaining acquaintances knew what happened. Of course, they expected the worst. Why else would your friends leave you alone and disappear without a trace? Yeah. But obviously none of them wanted to continue on like that, so we helped them set up a meeting for them to talk it out. And they did! Well, that's good. All the magicians were very understanding, if a little sad to lose their connections. The other familiars also welcomed them with open arms, even though they were a little confused at first. They needed a while to understand why their friends wanted to be animals. But I think they got it eventually. So all in all, it sounds like a very successful quest. Absolutely. I'm glad you got to uncover the truth. Yeah, me too. The magician even decided to give us something in return for helping him. Neither of us have any use for it, so we wanted you to have it. Don't say that, it makes it sound like a bad gift, and it's not. What is it then? It's a ring of beast storing, with a lost familiar inside of it. He found it a while ago, but its patron never showed up. We named it Renu. Melina can't take care of it, and I have my sheepfish, Rufus. But you have Andu, so you already know how to take care of a mini dragon. Oh, I absolutely do. You might enjoy some company. Thank you two very much. Oh, look at this little guy. Oh my god, I love him. I need to get back to Rufus now. He gets lonely without me sometimes. Or is it that you get lonely without him? He's my pet. I need to take care of him. Don't worry, I'm sure Fable did a good job. It was nice to see how you care for your pet. He's been my only friend since my parents died a long time ago. Oh. Were they also eaten by zombies? No. Renu's back there making little meh noises. I love him. No. They were burned alive. Oh. Oh no. Hey, listen. I remember it as if it were yesterday. It was late afternoon and my parents wanted to visit the adjacent village to buy some grain. But they never returned. I wanted to look for them. But when I got to the village, every house, every barn, and even the ground was ablaze. I heard yelling, people screaming in pain, pleading for help. And my parents were nowhere to be found. A few of the survivors confirmed that they had seen them earlier that day. Before the fire. I later found out the perpetrator was the pretentious son of a noble family. He had disagreement with the farmer over some payments and instead paid a bunch of criminals to set fire to his barn. He's blowing bubbles now too. I love this little dragon boy. But the fire spread uncontrollably and devoured everything in its path, including innocent lives. Just like it did today. That's awful. I'm sorry, Aura. It's alright. I bottled up my emotions and combined them into desire. Meh. For a family? For revenge. Oh. But that sounds like a lonely desire, though. And you haven't found any friends since then? No. People in the Thieves Guild helped me survive, but they weren't particularly keen on friendship. So I chose the lonely path that was meant for me. That's not very nice of them. But not you and me. And we're best friends now. And accomplices. And we can found our own guild. Like a detectives guild. No. Give us a few more quests and we'll be the most famous detectives in all of Fasoa. Oh, he do a big yawn. I'm gonna have so much fun editing that because every time that happens, I'm gonna disappear and you're just gonna see him do something. It's gonna be great. I'm sure of that. Hex! And good mythical morning to you, innkeeper. This time it's actually still morning. That doesn't mean that it isn't also morning somewhere else in the world as well. Of course not. That's a really cute hat you're wearing. Thanks. Can I try it on sometime? Only if you tell me your name. Fellow master of bribery, I see. There's nothing more you could possibly teach me. A world-class detective like me doesn't need extra lessons in bribery. So you're a detective? Yes! The best detective in all Fasoa, I might add. I'm Melina, by the way, but you can call me Melli. Happy to make your acquaintance, Melli. I'm Hexagon Hex, but you can just call me Hex. Like, by your last name? No, Hex, as in short for Hexagon, obviously. Ah. And who's that grim-looking fella next to you? Oh, him? They look grouchy, but they're my world-class assistant. Not by choice. His name's Aura. I'm sure it is, yes. Nice to meet you, Aura. But I think you've gotten enough information out of me. Can I try on your hat now? That's a tricky one. See this little star pendant at the tip of my hat? Uh-huh. Classifies me as a wizard of the primordial sea. Silver one, I might add. One of the Leviathan's most trusted confidants. Ooh. And all of his knowledge is directly transmitted to anyone with a hat like mine. In particular, silver stars like me have access to information that, leaked to the masses, would break the order of this world. Oh, wow. But every silver star has to go through extensive mental training. Such amounts of knowledge would drive any mortal without proper training insane. No. So I can't let you try on my hat without endangering your life. And I couldn't forgive myself if I were the reason Fasoa's best detective went mad. That's very honorable of you. But I, the great detective Melina, have concluded that you, Hexagon Hex, are nothing but a bad liar. Ha! You're a great detective indeed. Got him! I honestly thought you were pretty convincing, Hex. Thank you. Wait, did you actually believe him? I must admit, I considered it for a moment. No way! But I decided for myself that his words were fairly implausible. I just happen to know a thing or two about the primordial sea. I've read a few books, heard a few rumors, you know how it is. And I really doubt Leviathan would share his precious knowledge with a mere mortal. Nothing against you, Hex. Thank the dragons. For a second, I really lost my faith in you there, innkeeper. Gotta say, you're really convincing. I sure am. Looks like even a great detective like me never stops learning. Honestly, you could have told me no, though. I would have revealed my name without a promising magic hat on the line. It was more fun this way. I think honesty is also a very important skill to master. Whatever you say, detective. But Hex, what brings you here today? Ah, nothing really. I was just longing for another one of your drinks. You know, the kind that would flood my head with new ideas. Leave it to me. Alright, now I know this one's a little bit shorter than what we've had, but I kind of like doing them in a little shorter spurts now. I think it gives me a little more time for my brain to digest the information. So, what I'm actually going to do is we're going to save. Yeah, and then we're going to go to the main menu. So, in the next one, we're going to pick up with making Hex's drink, and we'll see if we can get the other quests sorted. I'm really glad that Baya has other people to talk to now, too. Boy's a little bit odd, but, you know, whatever. I'm also interested to figure out more about Una, because I think it could be interesting to see if we get more backstory between the innkeeper and Una, because that would be interesting to know one way or the other. But yeah, we'll see what Hex's real reason is for coming in, because I don't necessarily think it's just for the drink. I also wonder what Aura and Melli are going to do now, since it seems like they're pretty much going to be inseparable. Thanks to Melli, not necessarily thanks to him. But, you know, she kind of has that effect, apparently. But anyway, we'll figure that out more in the next episode. So, if you guys like this video, hit the like button down below. Hit the subscribe button if you guys do want to see more videos from me. Hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. That way you guys won't miss any uploads. And of course, share the video around to anybody you think might enjoy watching me play through Tavern Talk. I'm really enjoying this. This is really fun. Also, our new adorable little extra familiar is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Other than Andu, because we love Andu, like, obviously. But the fact that he's in the background just making little mah noises is so cute. And blowing frickin' bubbles. I love him. I love him. Anyway, if you guys want to check out everything that's happened so far in Tavern Talk, the full playlist is going to be down below me here on the screen. Link to the game will be down in the description as well if you guys do want to play this for yourselves. And the links to all my social stuffs, Twitch, Etsy, all that fun stuff are down there as well if you guys want to check those out. And if you guys would like to become a channel member and join the crew, you'll get early access to all videos before they go live for everybody else on the channel, as well as your name here in our ending outro credits, whatever you want to call it. Hit the join button down below. It helps support the channel and helps me be able to get new games as they come out in the future without having to, you know, finagle around to figure out how I'm going to do that, or having to wait until further than I would to get them. Like, because I want to get Kena, the Kena sequel when that comes out. I want to get Control Resonant when that comes out. I want to get Koromon Rogue Planet when that comes out. Like, there's a lot of different games that are going to be coming out that I want to play really, really badly, specifically on the channel. And we are going to do so one way or another. But it makes it easier for me to be able to get more of those kind of games more frequently. But of course, you guys will not be blocked from watching any videos by a paywall or anything like that. It is just if you are able to do so and you would like to do so to support me and the growing crew that we're building here. So, anyway, that all being said, I'm Captain TigerLily, and I will see you back in the tavern in the next video. Okay, bye!